Hi everyone. I can't hear you, Cher. Hey,
Oh,
maybe you're
I
on
was so
mute.
excited. I didn't turn on my mic. Hello, Sig. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Guys, I was so excited welcoming you to the show. I completely forgot to turn on my mic, but
That's
welcome to
okay. It
another
happens to the best of
episode.
us.
I know. I'm so excited about this episode, Sig. So, guys, thank you once again for joining us this evening. It's another Friday, it's another Saturday evening, partner, and we're spending the weekend with all of our friends on Facebook and YouTube, all of the homeschooling parents. Thank you guys for
Yes.
spending your time with us. We are very
Yes.
honored you're spending part of your weekend with us. How are you, partner?
Oh, perfect. I'm doing okay. Was a busy week this past week, but I'm glad it's the weekend, and so I'm so happy to always join you to in every show that we do. It's always enjoyable for me, and it's actually a kind of ritual. So I love chatting with our guests and learning new things. So this is something that I'm really looking forward to, especially tonight.
That's right. Actually, I'm so excited because today we are actually premiering one of the things that we're doing for the show where we unbox different concepts about homeschooling, whether those are
Yes.
providers, services, or something that relates to the lifestyle. And we're actually calling this the unboxing series. So this is going to be the
Mm-hmm.
first of our series, and we will have this every month. So the
Mm-hmm.
first episode of every month, please expect us to bring to you again anything that relates to homeschooling. We will unbox and unwrap those for you, right? So um, perhaps before we go there, let's just tell them, partner. Actually, I didn't see it. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I'm having chamomile tea tonight. So, well, it's the evening, so usually you want to just, throw your shoes out and relax. And no, not your
That's
shoes, but your feet
right.
up. Yeah. And then,
Don't have your shoes.
of course, without shoes. So, yeah, it's going to be a relaxing conversation tonight with my cup of chamomile tea. What about you, Cher? What do you have?
Actually, I am just having not hot, warm water again. Like last episode, I've had 2 cups of coffee earlier today. I've had my
Oh,
white mocha from Starbucks. So if I drink another one, I might not go to sleep. So we do want to
yeah,
enjoy the rest of the weekend. I know homeschooling moms are
true.
probably, we've heard from our viewers that at this point, at this time, they usually start again relaxing, like you said, taking off their shoes because they've
Mhm.
gone through a whole week of either uh, doing activities for their kids or running the home or doing errands. So this is the time that you guys can relax with us as we take up different topics about homeschooling. Okay,
Mhm.
before we bring in our special guest, Sig, I know we're very excited to have her on board. We are just going to hear very quickly from one of our sponsors.
Mhm.
But before that, again, guys, if you're joining us for the very first time, you can comment, ask us questions, tell us what you want to hear in the comment
Mhm.
box, whether you are watching us from YouTube or Facebook. We are located at Heart of Homeschooling Show. Look for us. We are very eager to hear from you. So if you want to say anything to us, if you want to ask Sig. She's the expert. She's a veteran.
Not really.
She knows more than me. She's teaching me. If you need
No, we're,
advice
we're
from
we're
her,
learning every time. So, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we do want to hear from you. The show is all about you. We're here to help you.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to be in communion with you as homeschooling parents. If you're considering this lifestyle, this is really an advocacy for us to try
Mm-hmm.
to reach out to other parents who are trying to consider maybe an alternate way or a complementary way of educating the children. So
Mm-hmm.
before again we go to our special guest, let's hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Take it away.
Welcome to the Jesus Centered Life International Family Conference.
Hello! Thanks so much to the more than 20,000 people from around the world who joined us last December in the first Jesus-Centered Life Conference. Isn't it that we all enjoyed one international speaker, 57 Filipino speakers, and also 57 panelists from around the world, parents, teachers, given your enthusiastic feedback, I can feel that you are wanting to share this great gift of JCL, this great joy to so many people we are in contact with around the world. And this is in fact the very theme of this year's JCL 2021. Share the joy. Because this is the very message of Pope Francis to us. You receive the joy of the gospel, told us the good news that God so loved us, He gave His Son for us, Jesus Christ. You are, He says, a joyful person. And so He urges us, reach out to others and bring them the hope and joy of the Lord. Jesus-Centered Life Conference, JCL 2021. Share the joy. And so, take action. Register today. Invite others to register so they too can share the same sparkling joy. Maraming salamat po. Many thanks.
All right, and we are back.
Yes. So that was nice. That was something, yeah, that's the conference is going to be this December, right? Share. That's
Yes, that's
December 8 to
right.
10, if I'm not mistaken. So watch out for
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And I think it's a good chance for us to actually listen to so many speakers talk about that. So watch out for that next month. Okay.
That's right. So,
All
by
right.
the way, that JCL conference is a free conference, free online conference. So, you don't have to pay anything to hear from over 30 of the world's best speakers on how to live a happy, as they say, share the joy, right, in your life, Christian
Mm.
life. So, please take the opportunity to sign up now. We can put the link of the website in the comments below. Make sure that you do avail of the opportunity. It's really a great activity. It's, I believe, 5 days this year, 8 to 12, I think. So
Oh,
they're
okay.
extending.
8
So
to 12.
even more activities. Yep, that's right. So make sure that you avail of that. So from that, very exciting JCL conference, we saw a bit of who our guest is going to be. But before we bring her on, we do want to talk about the organization that she represents. So, Sig, do you want to tell us a little bit about Seton Home Study School?
Sure. So yeah, okay. So we're going to be unboxing Seat Home Study tonight. That's our first in a series of unboxing curriculum providers, and then and the other things. So essentially, Seton is a Catholic apostolate from Virginia, USA, that's present in over 54 countries. So it provides a Christ-centered, affordable, academically strong program designed for the Catholic homeschooling family in today's world. It offers US accredited, faithfully Catholic, academic excellent curriculum from pre-K to grade 12. So you actually don't have to think about, going elsewhere. They've got the whole thing, the complete program. And also, it's a book-based curriculum with a few online courses in high school.
That's right. And the other thing with Seton Home Study School is it does offer self-paced learning with no need for portfolios or your projects or quarterly deadlines. It offers special services. So if your child has some learning challenges, they can assist you with that as well. And it has flexibility and schedule because as the homeschooling family, there is all year-round enrollment for you, and the family can choose the start date of the school year. And the other thing that we like about Seton Home Study School is that the enrollment already includes the books, lesson plans, tests, answer keys, online resources, academic counseling, grading, and record keeping. And of course, Sig mentioned this earlier, they do issue an American diploma that is recognized worldwide. So let's bring on our special guest from Seton Home Study. Welcome to the show, Kai. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Kat.
Hi, how are
hello.
you?
Nice to see you. Thank you for inviting me.
We're
We
so
are
happy to
so
have you.
excited.
Yeah.
Kai, are
Looking
you drinking
forward.
anything tonight?
Of course. Ako pa, I would be joining you girls. So I have my
Yay! Cheers!
favorite mug with my coffee.
Yay!
Cheers.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting discussion. We're actually, Sig and I are very excited to talk to you about Seton Home Study because personally, Sig and I have experience at Seton Home Study. One of my children, is taking up the curriculum, and Sig has three. Is that right, Sig?
5. Sorry, 6.
Oh,
Wow.
5. All of them are doing CETA. So okay, so
All
so
doing CETA.
very familiar. All right, so partner, do you wanna kick off our unboxing series?
Okay, so sure. We are going. Okay, so we will. What's next? We are going to introduce Kai. She is currently the Philippine representative for Seton Home Study. So she's been in this position for. Well, actually, she was connected with another. Well, she was connected with Living Saints, who was also using that program or helping out students who were using that program. But now she is dedicated to Seton, to serving Filipino families here and abroad, right, Kai? And I think
Yeah.
right now in a previous conversation, she mentioned to us that currently Seton has 800 or so Filipino families already. So
Filipino
Yes.
that's quite
families.
a number.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
So
that is
Yeah.
worldwide,
yeah.
right, Kai?
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
half of that 50% are all in the Philippines, and the rest of the number they're spread out, especially in the Middle East area. So we have Filipino families doing sitan in their homes.
Fantastic. That's
Interesting.
great.
Yeah, really fascinating. So imagine that's a lot of families.
A lot of
So
families.
there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you
Okay.
for that
So
introduction, Sigrid. So also, I just want to tell the viewers that my my background, actually, I'm a teacher by profession. So basically, I was in a traditional school for 7 years before I became part of this homeschool movement. And for
mm,
more than 10 years, I have been assisting Filipino families learn more about the Sitan option. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to share even more tonight to the interested families.
We
yeah.
look forward to knowing more and sharing to the audience more about Seton Home Study. Personally, we also know a lot of friends that have expressed to us how they said, please tell Miss Kai or Teacher Kai how helpful she's been in their journey with Seton. I know uh, we heard that feedback that they really appreciate the input and the help that you've given. So we look forward to knowing more about Seton, the curriculum, and how it can help our homeschooling families tonight.
Sure,
Mm.
excited to share.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Just a little anecdote. I often wonder, when does Teacher Kai ever rest? Because every time we log into the Seton website and just try to find, it's her name that pops out. I say,
Yeah.
wait a minute, it's evening already. So
She
anyway,
never
so
sleeps.
just
I
to let
think
you know, she's always available to help you either on their Facebook page or on the website of Seton, especially if you're on if you're in the Philippine time, she comes out as well. So just ready to help you. So
yeah, we're
anyway, we'll
always
find
here
out
to
more
help.
about Yeah, we'll find out more where you can reach her later on in the show. Okay.
That's
So
right.
shall we?
Okay. So, Kai, I know there's a lot of things about Seton Home Study that we want to learn about, right? But actually, just even in the title of our episode today, in the unboxing series, I think one of the
Mhm.
first questions that comes up, because in our previous episode, with our two Mrs. Denise's Denise Peace. So if you haven't caught that episode, by the way, you can check out all of our previous episodes in our Facebook channel, Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. Go ahead and check those out. They did mention Seated in one of the episodes. Please go back so that you could learn from our homeschooling parents as well. They one of the things mentioned, Kai, is this term boxed curriculum, right? And I think that's one of the things that we want to find out. First of all, what is a boxed curriculum, and why is it that when people think of boxed curriculum, they associate Seton with it? Is that an accurate description of Seton Home Study, Seton Home Studies curriculum?
Yeah, when we say box curriculum, it's something wherein the parent gets everything already. So when you enroll, we don't we take care of the process of the selection of the materials. We make sure that the curriculum has thoroughly been studied, reviewed, and will really be excellent, for the families. It's like wala na kayong iisipin. It's all there
Mm.
already. It's laid out for you. If you are a structured person, like you want everything structured, we have that covered. But if you also want to be flexible and use what will fit for your family, then we also have you covered. So when we say box curriculum, sometimes they would refer to providers such as Seton Home Study School, because when you enroll, you get everything already. You don't have to look now for other materials because it's more than enough. In fact, with our
Mm.
materials, may nakalagay na doon what are required, what are optional, what are supplements. So you actually have everything in your hands already. So we take care of that for you. So on the part of the families who wants less stress, especially if looking for materials, will this be right for my child? Will this fit my family? So we are here to make sure that you have everything that you need. So that's what we make sure that we are able to give our families at CTAN.
Okay. So boxed. So Kai, boxed means that is that to clarify for our parents, does that mean that it's similar to the, I would say, traditional route where there are set subjects per level that are assigned or I guess given by Seton to an enrolling family, and when a family enrolls with Seton, the family has to take, for example, 6 subjects for grade 1 or 7 subjects for grade 2 as given by Seton. Is that the way it works?
Okay, so when you say box, even if we say that we give all the materials, we still give the family the option whether they really want it structured like as what we prepared, or
Mm.
use that as their springboard from where they want to do it, because you can also go independent. What's beautiful with Sitan is that you have all the materials with you. If you want to follow the guide every day, because like we have lesson plans, so well, every family receives a beautiful box. Even kids, they're so happy whenever the Seton box arrives. Literal
That's
box.
true.
Yes.
What's inside? What's inside that? We have all the books. We have all the lesson plans, the exams, the answer keys. It's all in. But more than that, you also get the accreditation. You also get grading and record keeping. There's also online resources. There's also academic counseling. But when you say that for the lesson plans, as what I've mentioned, it's actually arranged into 36 weeks. So every quarter, 9 months, my 9 weeks, tapos 5 days per week. So it's so specific. It will guide the parent what to do every day per subject.
Mm.
Ganun siya kadetalye, ganun siya
Yes.
ka-thorough, ganun siya ka-helpful. But it doesn't mean that you have to follow that. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's
That's
there
good to
laid
ask.
out for you if you want to. We have some families that, especially the new ones, it's your first time to homeschool. They're so thankful with our lesson plans kasi it is so, it's so detailed. It's it's really a guide for them. They don't get lost along the way. But we also have families who also want to do, for example, they want to do a different kind of math, or they want to add in a different material, or they want to do follow their own program. We allow
Mm-hmm.
that. So the lesson plans are
Mm-hmm.
there if you want to use them. But if you want to do away with them, I know some families do away with lesson plans. They just go straight to the materials and add their own thing. So hindi siya kumbaga strict.
Oh,
In fact,
right.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, you can
Yeah.
even choose your subjects and you can even add subjects that Seton does not offer, and it will be
Yeah.
added to the transcript. So parang that's what you call independent study. So it is
Yes.
so flexible. It is you can be as
Mm-hmm.
structured as you want to. We give that to you. And you can be as
Mm-hmm.
flexible as you want yourself to. You can do your own other methods of homeschooling. You know, there are different
Yeah.
methods. You can do
Yes.
play-based homeschooling, or you can
Mm-hmm.
even get additional resources. You can even skip
Yeah.
some tests. You can even skip some days and just focus on what you want to do. It is so beautiful. It's so complete at the same time,
Yes.
so open for the families. There's that freedom for them to explore what they want to do together as a family.
That's nice. Actually, taking off from what you said, Kai. I mean, I'll catch you there a bit late. I mean, just a few, a few words back that you mentioned that the flexibility of it, and it's up to the parents to enrich and to add or to remove what they feel is not necessary. I think for a lot of our homeschoolers, one of the concerns is, what about the Filipino subject or the Araling Panlipunan and all that, or Philippine history? When do they ever get to, because as we all know, it's a US based curriculum, right? So of course there
Right.
wouldn't be any Philippine history or Filipino subject at all. So how flexible is it? Can they add these subjects to their curriculum, and how, if ever, will it be graded, if ever?
Okay,
Yeah.
you can add, as many subjects that you like as long as kaya ng bata. For Filipino families that I know for grade
Yeah.
school, so we have
Not naman to overwhelm.
yeah. For those from pre-K to grade 8, okay, we often suggest to the parents that they can supplement, the materials, the subjects with their own. So they can do Filipino, they can do their own history, and then the child continues to learn about our culture. By grades
Mhm.
9 to 12, this is where we have our diploma requirements. And for this one, we already allow independent study, which means yung ginagawa nyo on your own sa bahay, like Philippine history or Filipino, pwede na siyang isama sa transcript. So it will be reflected in the
Mm.
transcript as independent study. So usually, it can take the place of a diploma requirement. So for example, Seton requires 2 years of the same language in high school. And then Seton offers French, Latin, German, Spanish. So other Filipino families, they do Filipino instead. So they replace
Right.
the language course with
Okay.
Filipino 1 and 2. And Seton also allows American history or American government to be replaced also with our own history, like Philippine history, or you can do
Yes.
Asian government on your own. You can outsource and have it, in a different institution or a different program, and your grades will be carried out in the transcript. So the parent takes care of the grading and of submitting of the required works for that particular course. So it's very flexible. So you can
Mm-hmm.
practically do it. And I just want to mention, what I'm so thankful with Seton is that they really take note and value our Filipino families. That's why currently they are reviewing the history courses in grade school
Yeah.
to make sure that American history courses can be replaced with a different kind of history. So right now they're actually writing something about ancient history or a world history to cover for international families who want to take a different history. So we are
Interesting.
working on that. And we are actually planning to come up with a Philippine history in the future. So we're praying for that.
Oh, that's nice. That's very
Wow.
nice. Responding to the market. And I'll just pick up also from what Kai said. You said they're actually writing because, Kai, in case our audience doesn't know, Seton is actually one of the largest Catholic publishers in the US, correct? It's because the
Mm-hmm.
books that
That's right.
it's sent, so when you enroll, they don't buy it from somewhere else. All of the books that your children, well, most of the books, I think, maybe like 99%, I think, are from Seton, correct?
That's correct. So
Mm-hmm.
we actually make our own books. We are into publishing, and
Mm-hmm.
Seton is considered as one of the largest publishers of Catholic textbooks in the United States. In fact, there are two types of homeschoolers: those that enroll with Seton, and those that buy our materials and they do homeschooling on their own. That's why we have a
Oh.
bookstore. But we tell the parents it's always nice to enroll because you get the benefits of the lesson plans, of the
Mm-hmm.
resources, of the rich resources that you can get, of the accreditation, of the record keeping, and so on. But some
Mm-hmm.
families, even some small schools, use Eton books in their education system. So that's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And I just have to
Yeah.
say, having personally seen and using, the Seton books, they're really
Yeah.
um, excellent quality. Again, from the
Yeah.
printing, from the actual physical way the book is printed to the contents and the angle or the perspective by which different topics are presented. Really beautiful book. So when you enroll your child, you have the benefit of knowing that they're going to be getting top notch materials. I was just so impressed when we got it. And you're right. And when we got the box and saw all of the
Mm-hmm.
materials inside, we were so pleasantly surprised how many
Yeah.
items were in the box, and then the
Mm-hmm.
quality of the items that were inside the box. So fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to mention that because publishing, I think, your own books also kind of um, dictates your ability to um, moderate, I guess, the quality, right? The standards that you have for the
Mm-hmm.
curriculum that you want to put forth. So
Yeah.
really
Mm-hmm.
excellent, fantastic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fantastic.
And to add to that, because we make our own books, we always have the homeschoolers in mind. I used
Mm-hmm.
to teach before, and I could remember, like when I teach, let's say, a Philippine history subject, because I'm a social studies teacher, I have to have different books because wala lahat hindi nasa isang books. I have to source out so many books, and I have
Mm-hmm.
to add more information and do more research. But with Seton, because they write their own books, they have the homeschooler in mind. So it's so complete. It's so many. So on the part of
Yeah.
the child, they learn to become independent learners in the process. So
Yeah.
it's
That's
very
true.
helpful. And I
Mm-hmm.
think one very important thing about Seton is it has a very strong Catholic curriculum, aside from
Mm-hmm.
being academically excellent. So being able to write, our own books allows us to infuse in the Catholic faith, the beauty of the faith, of the materials of, let's say, of our Catholic art, of the saint
Mm-hmm.
stories into
Yeah.
the different subjects. So that's what's
Mm-hmm.
also wonderful about, having our own materials. Like Philippine, like history, world history. World history is based on the perspective, of the Catholic Church, for example. Or when you
Mm-hmm.
do reading, you get to read lives of saints. So
Mm-hmm.
talagang pang-eternal may salvation yung book.
Yeah. What's even interesting, even in their math subjects, science subjects, it's taken from a Catholic worldview, right? I mean, point of view rather. So, it's all integrated, especially for those who are watching right now and really find that educating in the faith is something that is a very important aspect in their homeschooling journey. This is, I think, a good opportunity for you to consider because sorry, I mean, yeah, and with Seton, you have those integrated in all the subjects you have. So yeah, that's interesting. Kai, I do have a question also about
Sure.
yeah, you apart from the books, because we were talking earlier about the books, but at the same time, I understand that Seton also has an online the online programs or subjects, right, which, or rather, subjects that can be accessed online. So
Yeah.
I think that makes it easy for a lot of students who use Seton. So can you tell us more about this?
Yeah. So what's exciting is we have a designated curriculum department. So they actually just are focused on making improving our curriculum, with the times. So making things online. That's why we have Seton online. We have online courses, and there are two kinds. So the first one are those that are purely online, just like the math
Mhm.
subjects. So they are
Mhm.
online courses. The child views online lessons, and
Mhm.
so they are able to access that. So that starts sixth grade, wherein math is online. For high school, that's grades 9 to 12, we have what we call um, online functionality of some subjects like religion, some religion courses like biology. By the way, biology, so we have this new book, Biology for Life. It's a great book. You should check that out. So let's say, for example, we have biology. We also have, as I've mentioned, English, like personal finance and so on. They are integrated online. The student can access whether offline or online materials. So meron kang options. So if you want to do it online, then you can do it. If you want to do it offline, okay lang. Kasi may mga parents who don't have access to the
Mhm.
good connection.
Internet.
So what they do, yeah, they would prefer
Mhm.
to do the offline material, which Seton also
Mhm.
gives. So there is that option, both online and both offline materials. So we are constantly producing and having more courses added to the list of courses that we are already having. And exciting because I'm sure next year we will
Yeah.
have new courses that will be coming out also.
Yes.
Fantastic. Just going
Mhm.
back to the books, we actually have a comment from one of our viewers, from
Mhm.
Carmine Diaz Season. She says, yes, we love their books, all well thought of and has a strong Catholic
Mhm.
teaching. That's right. So I guess
Mhm.
maybe, Carmine, can you tell us how many kids do you have that are
Mhm.
studying in Seton? How long have you been homeschooling, Carmine? We'd like to know. I guess she knows your books. And I just gotta say, when because in the Philippines at least, right? So we have viewers that are probably watching this that are not based in the Philippines, but for
Mhm.
our Filipino viewers, they're very used to the concept of studying in Catholic schools, right? So
Mhm.
let's just maybe also give a little clarity on when you say Catholic teaching and how it's, I guess, executed or shown in the books. Because I myself grew up in a in Catholic Catholic traditional schools, right? But when I saw the book of my son, especially for example for history, like what Kai said, and the perspective being Catholic, I was really surprised how that was applied, because the angle, the perspective, it was really different, and it was it was fun. Actually, I find it fantastic that even subjects like art, music, it has
Mhm.
that faith component to it, which I guess, again, like what Sigrid's saying, if that is something that is of value to you or to your family, can become very compelling and can become very attractive because it's really interspersed in all of the lessons. It's not like it's one religion class and that's it,
Yeah,
and that's Catholic curriculum. This
yeah,
one, like what Sig said, in math, there's a Catholic component, right? In history, there's a Catholic component. And then it says, the viewpoint is from the um, redemption of Christ. It that's the angle. And I think that's the difference maybe when we say Catholic teaching or excellently Catholic
mhm,
curriculum, comparing it to the traditional schools, right? Even if we say it's a Catholic school, right? It's not as integrated. Parents might be pleasantly surprised how that's actually
Mhm.
executed by Seton. So I just wanted to point that out. So Carmine, yes, please let us know how many kids of yours are in Seton. You're a fan of their book, so we'd like to get your feedback as well. Okay. Do we have, I guess, our next question? But before, partner, do you want to tell first our audience, because I know we're talking about this already and we were flashing the ticker on the bottom of our screen below. They might be wondering what is that we're talking about. um, we actually have a little surprise for all of our viewers, guys. If you are joining us for the Heart of Homeschooling,
So
Go
there
ahead,
it's coming
partner.
out now. Okay. We are going to be, well, rewarding those who are watching, who watch our show starting today and for the next 3 episodes. Yeah, we're down to 3 episodes till the end of the year. So we are going to be rewarding those who will stick with us till the fourth show until the end of this year with, as what you can see, that's crawling around. It's a crawler, I guess. You
That's
get a chance to
right.
win an Amici gift certificate worth 1,000 pesos when you collect all four show codes.
That's
So
right.
yeah, maybe you can there. Oh, there. Maybe you can give the
Right.
mechanics share how we're going. How we'll
Mhm.
be able to
So
collect these codes.
we are very grateful that you are joining us every weekend, and we wanted to convey
Mhm.
our thanks to all of you and our gratitude for you guys, joining us in this journey. So we wanted to find a way to, make the experience even better for you. And what's a better way than share a meal with all of you? But since I don't cook,
Mm.
maybe Sig does. I don't cook. We just thought we'll give you guys the gift certificate, and you can bring your family to Amici. All you have to do is wait for the show codes that we will be showing. Don't forget, we'll be showing that later. Take note of
Mhm.
the show codes, and you just have to collect the 4 show codes. We are going to be giving 1 code per show. We have 3 shows left for the year. And when you
Mhm.
collect all 4, you are going to be entered into a raffle where you get the opportunity to win that gift certificate for a pleasant meal at Amici. So make sure that you
Mhm.
stick around. We are going to be flashing that code in a little while, and you get the
Yeah.
chance again to win that gift certificate. So
And that's
super
perfect
exciting.
for Christmas.
That's
Yeah, what a
right.
way
For
to
all
end
of
the
the gifts
year,
to give.
right?
Fantastic, fantastic opportunity. Thank you, of course, to
Okay.
our sponsor, to Amici, for that. We appreciate you. We do have feedback
Yes,
from
from
our
our
guests.
viewers.
Sorry, from
Yeah.
our viewers. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Carmen says they have one child, homeschooled since she was 3,
Mm-hmm.
starting with Seton this year in grade 1 now, and they've been looking for a perfect homeschool provider, and Seton is just perfect. Fantastic. We have
Mm-hmm.
more homeschooling parents joining us. Thank you once again, moms, dads, grandparents, those that are joining us this weekend. We hope you have your drink with you. If you have any questions for Kai, please let us know. You can drop that in the comment section below.
Yeah.
For
There's
those
also
also
another
that are,
comment.
go ahead. That's right. So we have another one as well from
Mm-hmm.
Chibi. Hi, Chibi. She says, the religion curriculum is so strong that even as a graduate from a traditional Catholic school, I am learning new things as I go through Seton curriculum with my kids.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
wonderful. You're right. It's not, you don't only actually review the specific subject, but also, the Catholic component of that particular subject. So it's good. It's really learning both ways for the parent and also for the child. So that's a
That's
good
right.
experience. Yeah, and of course, Ain also says she loves Seton. And of
Yay!
course, she has a 5-year-old daughter's favorite is kindergarten catechism and all the religion books. So that's
Yeah.
good to hear.
Fantastic. Starting them off right in kindergarten. Actually, I was pleasantly surprised when we received the box, my son's curriculum for the year. I was surprised it came with a rosary. I was like, oh my
Yes.
gosh, right? Oh my gosh, they sent us a rosary. They sent us this beautiful hardbound Lives of Saints
Mhm.
books, 2 books, right? And then they even had the guides for Catholic homeschooling moms and dads. And I was like, whoa, I didn't expect this. I was like, wow, I guess, we chose correctly for our son. So again, fantastic materials from Seaton all around.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
right. So again, Kai, so we know you have fantastic curriculum, right? We know there is the flexibility, and you did say that people have the opportunity to add subjects, and depending on what level they're in, that can be reflected in their transcripts. For
Mhm.
other subjects, again, like what Sigrid mentioned, Philippine history or government. How else does that? I guess how else do Philippine families go about that?
Well, aside from the independent study I mentioned earlier, we're very happy this year to partner with PAREF. PAREF is, having its homeschool program, and we're just so
Mm-hmm.
excited to partner with them because our mission or vision is somewhat aligned, with Seton
Mm-hmm.
being an apostolate and also with that of PAREF. It's just a perfect partnership. And so for parents who want to, have the advantage of a depth ed curriculum through PAREF, at the same time be able to use our materials, PAREF is one option for them to enroll. And for Filipino and social studies, that will be taken care of by PAREF, as well as all the accreditation, if they want the depth ed accreditation, and the richness also of the PAREF program for its parents, formation, for its families. So that's also the beauty of that. That's why we are very happy to partner with PAREF in their homeschool program.
Oh,
Wow,
cool. So,
that's good to
Kai, how
know.
does that work? So, Seton is US accredited, and then now because you are partnering with Parif, you're saying it is also now depth ed accredited. So they can get depth ed credentials, including the subjects that are needed, like the Philippine Araling Panlipunan, I guess, if that applies to the depth ed
Yeah.
curriculum, Philippine history, Filipino. So that can be applied. So for the families that are concerned about easing their way, I guess, if they're going through the system, uh,
Mm-hmm.
they can choose to enroll with PAREF and use CETAN's curriculum and PAREF's curriculum together.
Yeah, para
Mm-hmm.
siyang dual nationality, citizenship,
Galing.
dual citizenship. So,
Yeah.
but for families who are directly enrolled with CETAN, having an American accreditation, foreign transcript of records is, of course, no problem at all. As what you mentioned earlier, our transcripts are accepted worldwide, including the Philippines. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to talk with our DepEd Central Office, and they said for CETAN students who want to transition back to a Philippine school, they just go straight to the school. There's no need to go through DepEd because CETAN itself is accredited and we have records to show. But for families, of course, who wants, let's say, a support group and wants para formation at the same time, do their Filipino and social studies subjects with an institution, then they can also enroll to PAREF at the same time, get still CETAN's curriculum at the same time, PAREF's services. So
That's
they have the best
right.
of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you're
Parif's
right.
very, very strong in their Parif schools are for mentoring, right? That homeschool collaboration. Very strong in values and character formation as well. So I guess for those that want the benefit of that, they can uh, enroll in Parif and then get the best of both worlds. Galing, galing. That's a great
Mm-hmm.
partnership.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So
So it
hopefully
pretty much,
PAREF will extend to higher year level.
yeah, hopefully. So pretty much like going back to what we said, that it takes a village to raise a child and to homeschool a child. You actually have the paraf, the paraf component to complete the otherwise the whole, community that you need, because you have the homeschool, and you have parent formation programs, and this school for parents, they can actually do that, plus the mentoring chats, from what I gather. Also the mentoring chats will also be available for those who choose to enroll via the Seton paraf, through the Seton, through the paraf enrollment and partnership with Seton. So I think that's pretty much, yeah, what you get by that. So it's a good package altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So thanks, Kai. And okay, so let me ask. We've been talking about really how good, how good and how beneficial and how flexible, most importantly, Seton curriculum is, right? So my next question would be a bit slightly different than what we normally would expect. But what for you, since you are used to handling and receiving questions and perhaps concerns of some of these parents, what for you would be the challenge that students who enroll with Seton usually face? What do they usually encounter, or maybe difficulties, or just let's call it challenges? What would they usually come to you asking about and asking your help for?
Okay, usually it's the parents who ask me questions.
Oh yeah, well,
But there
actually,
are
yeah,
times,
right. More the parents, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. So I think at the start, especially for those it's their first time to homeschool with Seton. So the bang when they receive the materials, like, wow, ang dami, what will I do? Like there's this online and how do I do this? I have to log in and that. So at the very start, so I help them walk through that to navigate the curriculum. Seton also gives a parent handbook. So it's very detailed. There are infographics there that they can follow. And then our chat online is available 20 hours every day. So if they need help, they can just message anytime or send an email. And
Mhm.
after that, when I guide them through the it's mostly technical, navigating the curriculum, like how to input grades online, how do
Mhm.
I take a test, where do I find the answer keys. So it's very
Mhm.
basic, but when it comes to the lesson plans, it's so detailed that there are actually no questions about it. And then right after, let's say the first month that they homeschool, they're quiet already. I guess that I believe that they're able to follow through already and they're able to adjust. So one thing that I usually advise them, it's very important that as a family, you have your own schedule,
Mhm.
and for the parent, for example, to browse through the materials first. So what's good with Seton is that enrollment is all year round. You can enroll anytime and the parent chooses the start date. So for example, I
Mhm.
want to start January of next year. You can actually already enroll now. Receive the materials beforehand. You get to
Mhm.
study them already. Make your own plan. Like, how do you want to do this? What will be the schedule? You can incorporate extracurricular activities for the child.
Mhm.
The interest of the child, what the child passionate about, you can include that. And then start January or even February. Just mention Seton and they're going to take note of that in the record. The lesson plans are arranged into
Mhm.
36 weeks. That covers 9 to 10 months. So, pwedeng matapos ng bata 9 to 10 months. But if the
Mhm.
child, let's say, is a fast learner, like I know of one student, he finished in 5 months. I mean, the parent was
Wow.
surprised. Like, wow, ang bilis, ang galing. So, what the parent did was, okay, it's either longer vacation for the child, but Seton also allows re-enrollment agad. You can already enroll to the next level as long as
Mhm.
kung okay na yung bata, kung natapos na niya yung curriculum. But
Mhm.
for every enrolled student, kahit naka-arrange siya in 9 months, we give 1 year or 12 months for grades 2 to 12. And for
Mhm.
pre-K to grade 1, we give 24 months. So they can take as much time as needed. So
Mhm.
basically, ganon. In terms of the questions, they would often ask more on the specifics. Where do I find this? How do
Yes,
I
yeah.
upload? Like, how do I do this? And
Yeah.
um,
What about Kai? What about fast forward to let's move to the higher levels? Usually, one of the questions that I get asked is when some people approach me, how do you do homeschooling and all that stuff? Is especially for older children, those who are really entering late junior high school, even senior high school. One of the concerns that they actually share is what happens if I move to my child or when
yeah.
they graduate and they go on to
Mm.
college. What do they share with you? Some concerns about this, transcripts, and
Oh, yeah.
what challenges do they encounter if they come from Seton?
Yeah. So for those, yung iba kasi nagta-transition because they want to study abroad, so no problem. But some who
Mhm.
are studying in Philippine universities, basic question they ask is,
Yeah.
does Seton have tracks, like strands, for
Mm.
example?
Mhm.
That's right.
Because in
Mhm.
Yes.
junior high here, we have that. So
Mhm.
that's where I explain to them the difference because Seton accepts even incoming grade 12 and they still get
Mhm.
assistant diploma. So in
Yeah.
fact, this
Okay.
year we have a few who enrolled grade 12. So I would often tell them that it's different with Seton because Seton has its own diploma requirements. The subjects
Mhm.
are in depth in study. So
Mhm.
that's why konti lang yung subjects, yung iba na-surprise na 6 subjects lang, 7 subjects
Yeah.
lang. Madali lang to, but actually they're quite rigorous, very
Mhm.
detailed because it's for college preparation already. And then
Mhm.
I am able to explain to them that you don't have to compare because we have already so many students who have successfully
Yeah.
entered universities in the Philippines, like
Mhm.
UP, Ateneo, LaSalle, and the major schools that we have here. And in fact, I have friends who are even married right now who graduated from Seton and they did
Are
very well.
Okay.
So
So
it will
what
not
would they
matter.
usually what would they usually say? Like for example, I know well from experience and experience talking to other Seton parents, they say that they're made to enroll as a foreign student. Is that
Ah,
how it's
yeah.
going to be like? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So it varies per university. So when they go
Okay.
there, they can inquire because the transcript of records is a foreign transcript and it's an American
Mm-hmm.
diploma. So usually
Mm-hmm.
upon entrance or upon entry, it's as a foreign student. And then when they get accepted, they are considered as local students and they of course pay the local tuition because
Mm.
they're Filipinos, they're Filipino passport holders. So it's simply
Yes,
because
you're
of
right.
the records, it's just like a difference of the entrance fee, probably a
Mm-hmm.
200 pesos difference that we have.
Mm, okay.
And in terms of records, like recommendations, where do I get that? Do I get a certificate of enrollment and so on? Seton has the registrar's office. We also have our
Okay.
guidance department. So for recommendations, for record needs, we are able to help you with that. So
So,
just
Kai,
Mm.
to let people know, Seton has a physical um, building. There's a
headquarters.
physical presence, right? You guys are not just online, right? You just
Mm-hmm.
so people know, those that don't know, you guys are physically based in Virginia in the U.S. And the
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
staff that assist, the all of the students worldwide. Of course, now there might be slight differences because of the work conditions because of the pandemic, but essentially they go to work in Virginia. There are people there that actually, do record keeping, same function of regular schools. So there
Yeah.
is a legitimate office that issues all of these transcripts that
Yeah.
allow the children to transition from one space to the other. And maybe let's also just clarify the high school that we're talking about is because the partnership with Parif that you just mentioned right now does not go all the way up to high school as of the moment. So right
Yes.
now
Mm-hmm.
it's from pre-K to
Grade
grade
3.
3. So for those parents that do enroll their kids in PARAF home study, which is partnered with Seton, if they do decide to, let's say, transfer their kids to another school, to a regular school in grade 4, they will get transcripts as well that are depth ed recognized. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
they do have that option. Or if they want to enroll, I guess it's a foreign grade school student, because they also get seat and transcripts, right? So they actually have both. They
They
can
can.
choose. Parang ganyan.
Yes.
Mhm.
They can if they
Yeah.
Fantastic.
want. If they want to get
I
their
think
transcript, they can.
that's what Casey is saying. Casey Buramea. That's right, Casey. That's really good news because it's like getting the best of both worlds, right? So
Yeah.
you can
Mm-hmm.
choose if you want to go with the American strand of accreditation, or if you want to go depth ed, right? You can choose again depending what
Mm-hmm.
level your child is. Great partnership. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so all of these concerns. Taking off from what Sig said, actually, Kai, I have a question. Is Seaton not right for any is I mean how is Seaton right for every homeschooling family, um or are there parents or maybe homeschooling families that Seaton may not necessarily be a perfect fit
Mm-hmm.
for? Have you seen those kinds of situations? Who is it great for and who is it not great for?
Okay. So basically, if you are looking for a strong Catholic curriculum, which is academically excellent, Seton is for you. You want structure, you want guidance and how to do things. You want all the materials in. You don't have to worry anymore of what book to use or am I giving the enough to my child. Then we have that covered. For records, we have that covered. Academic counseling, we also have that in terms of flexibility. So we also have that. Probably for some who are very strong also in their faith, which is who may not be non-Catholics, they might prefer a different curriculum. But even non-Catholics, we also have, with Seton. So I often encounter families also who inquire from Seton about that. So probably those who would prefer a different materials,
Mm-hmm.
probably with their different values and faith, then maybe they will opt to do a different provider. With Seton, what we give you, the completeness of the materials and and plus plus plus, but still you as a parent, the methodology on how you're going to apply that will still
Mhm.
be up to you. So there is that openness or freedom to be able to use your way in homeschooling your child. So maybe in that aspect, in terms of the content of the curriculum,
Of the
based also on their
curriculum.
faith values, yeah, of the family.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
right. Okay, so if your point of view is may not be specifically aligned to the perspective of how the materials are made or how subjects are taught, then maybe Seton is not right for you because you're going to see it in all of the subjects. I mean, if you choose to follow what they provide. So if you don't like that, then maybe this is not right for you. Or if you want something with more varied perspectives or more flexibility in how you want to put things together, if you don't want that kind of structure, maybe it's something that may not be perfect for you in the beginning. We still have a
Mhm.
lot of questions, and I know we do want to give out that special code, but before that, we'll just take a very quick break and we'll be right back. All right, and we are right back. We have a lot of questions as well. Just to remind you guys, we are starting off this unboxing series. This is going to happen every first episode of the month, and we do have our episodes
Mhm.
twice a month. You can catch us on Facebook and YouTube, and if you have any questions, you can drop that in our pages, or if you want to go comment, let us know what you want us to tackle. We do want to help you. So if you let us know what you want to learn about, then we'll take the pains to have that in our future episodes. And we are giving out that code. Partner, do you want to show that code already, or should we wait a bit more? What do you think?
We can, yeah, why not? We can show the code.
Okay, let's
Do you
we'll,
have
we'll
it?
show it to you guys. Yes, we will show it to you. This is the code that we will have for this show. Take note of the code, guys. You can write that down. Maybe are we gonna be nice, partner? Are we gonna put it in the chat box? In the comment section rather, or wag na? They have
Wag
to watch
na.
the
They
episode.
have to watch the episode.
Yes,
That's
please watch the episode.
it's a perfect time to
Collect
show it.
the
Actually,
code.
it's the end of the towards the end of our show.
Collect
You got to do a
and
little
by
bit
the
of work.
way, that's right. If you are a smart person, don't think that we'll always show it at the end of the show. Okay, so if you're trying to collect all four codes, it's not
Nice
always going
one.
to be at the end of the show. So yes, this is the
Nice
code
one.
for the show. That's 11 Faith 1321. Make sure you write that down. Please collect
Mm-hmm.
all the codes for the chance to win those gift certificates to share a special meal in Amici's worth $1,000. So we do have more questions
Wow.
for Kai. Partner, what else
Yes.
do you have for Kai to help our parents over there unbox this curriculum that Seton provides? I know we have a few more questions there.
Yeah, well, actually, it's really more of maybe I'd like to hear from Kai how it well how it probably would help parents who are considering it. What would be your elevator speech? Would I say is that the right way to say it? Like of course we know it, but for those who probably are just joining us now, what would you say to parents about Seton and convince them that it might work for them and would be good for their families. So go ahead, Kai.
Wow. Elevator speech. Well, escalator speech. Sorry.
Yeah, you're
So
right. Pwede rin.
yeah. So I think with Seated being an apostolate,
Mhm.
evangelization starts at home. And
Mhm.
that's why Satan's mission is to make sure that your parents are equipped for that. That's why we are here for
Mhm.
you, to make sure that we are able to support you by having excellent materials, by having an excellent curriculum that is for your use, to be able to
Mhm.
fulfill that mission for your kids. That's why we are here. And maybe also want to give a quote of Pope St. John Paul II. He says here that in his letter to families, Pope St. John Paul II wrote, "Parents are the first and the most important educators of their own children, and they also possess a fundamental competence in this area. They are educators because they are parents." So this sums up the philosophy of Seton, that we are here to support you parents fulfill your mission for your children. Evangelization starts in the home and the role that you play, in their journey in homeschooling.
Oh,
That's
wow.
very
So
beautiful.
nice, so inspiring naman.
Very
Okay, so
beautiful message.
yeah, yeah. Thanks so much, Kai, for sharing your knowledge, your expertise, and everything that you have unboxed for us tonight for Seton Homeschool. So those who are considering Seton as as a homeschool provider for perhaps this year or next year, whatever it is, do check out setonhomestudy.org. Is that correct, Kai?
Right.
That's the website. And
Seton Home.
when you open the website, you'll see Kai's face pop up there again. No, just kidding. But really, she
Yes.
is ready to answer your questions,
Yeah.
whatever it may be. And then, if not, you're definitely one of the people, one of
Yeah.
the staff, admission staff, will be ready to help you answer your questions, whatever questions you may have about Seton, and guide you even throughout the
Right.
whole enrollment process. So do consider that. Check out their website now. And yeah,
And
so
I know
hopefully,
Kai was very eager to help the viewers of our show. She actually took pains to refer there is a beginner's guide. So Seton
mhm.
has a beginner's guide to homeschooling made available to you. So if you have questions about how do you get started, what are the steps, maybe what materials are part of it, how does the scheduling go, or things like that, you can get this homeschooling guide. This is a free copy. All you have to do is scan that code that you see on your screen. We'll also put in the chat box the link to that copy. It's free. Kai will personally send it to you guys. So the personalized service starts over there in giving you that copy of the beginner's guide. It's very helpful. Again, if this is something that you're trying to navigate, whether you're already homeschooling or you're just considering it, take this opportunity to get that. We have it on the screen. Do
Mhm.
scan that so that Kai can help you. And just to go back once again, if you haven't taken note of what the code is for this episode, it is 11 Faith 1321. Write that down. That is your key to that Amichi's gift certificate. By the way, guys, if you don't claim that, it will be Sig and I eating an Amichi's after. So if you don't take note, kami na lang ni Sig ang pupunta sa Amichis.
Yeah, kita-kita na lang tayo doon.
So please take note of that. And I know we have a lot more questions, but time unfortunately is not on our side. There's so much more to know about Seton home study. So Kai, maybe for those that are thinking of exploring Seton, any last message to the parents? Where would you like them to seek you out? Where can they find you? Again, you have the time to talk to them.
Yeah, so there's so many ways to reach out to us. So first, you can visit our website at setonhome.org. So you
Mhm.
can always chat with a representative there, and one of them who can answer your questions. We also have our Seton Philippines FB page. I'm also the one answering inquiries there, so I can help you out. And I also conduct twice a month free Zoom orientation to interested Filipino families. So there's Q&A portion. If you have questions specifically, about your family, about your setup, or about your child, I'll be able to answer that. And I post schedules on the Seton Philippines Facebook page.
Fantastic. So look for Seton on Facebook, on the web. Um, Kai, if there's someone that is thinking of homeschooling, any message for them?
Go for it. Go for it. I mean, it's always the first jump, but I tell you, it's all worth it. We know it might be difficult I mean, at the start or in the process, but I tell you, the fruit of homeschooling your kids is so much worth it. I've seen families getting closer together, relationships healed even because they homeschooled, and that's so beautiful to watch. And even families changing their mission in life, that it's not all about achievements, it's not all about the diplomas that you get or the medals that you get, but it's more on character building, character formation, for the kingdom. So I mean, that's why we have our education, to prepare them to prepare them for eternal life and to become good citizens of the country as well. So go for it.
Wow, take the
Fantastic.
plunge. Yeah, you're right.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Kai. Wow, so much encouraging words for our viewers out there who are probably still thinking what provider. Well, thank you so much for really unboxing this for us, Kai, and for all the viewers. Do consider setonhomestudy.org or setonhome.org. Check it out and look into what they can provide for you and your family for this year
That's
or
right.
this coming school year.
So
All right.
we wrap up the first unboxing series, and at this point, we're just gonna say goodbye for now to Kai, but we will, I'm sure, see her back. Oh, by the way, we're also gonna drop in the comments where they can also reach out to the Philippine partner of Seton, which is Parif Homeschooling. So we're gonna put that in the comments
Mm-hmm.
as well. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
take that track, whether it's with Seton or get DepEd accreditation with Parif, we're also going to show that to you in the comments so you have your options, weigh
Mm-hmm.
them, see what works for you. So this is the first of our unboxing series. Kai, thank you once again for
Thank you.
sharing your knowledge,
My pleasure. Thank
enlightening us about what Seton is all about, what it can offer our families. Hopefully, it will, be a resource for those that may want to consider homeschooling as well. So we are gonna
Mm-hmm.
say a quick goodbye to Kai, and we hope to see you back here again soon, Kai.
Oh.
All right. So
All
partner,
right.
that was an in-depth unboxing. Iba yung ina-unbox natin dito. Sa other shows, they do other unboxing of, I don't know, like physical things. Here
Yeah.
we're doing something else. So what was the highlight of this unboxing with Seton?
For me, really, that of course I'm using Seton for a couple of years, but the chat we had with Kai allowed me to see Seton from a different perspective of its flexibility, despite it, the misconception of some people that it's, a boxed, fixed curriculum that is unflexible and all that. But the irony of it is, it is flexible and it can conform to every family's, situations or circumstances and even preferences. So that for me was really a takeaway for this show tonight. What about you, Cher?
Yeah, I guess that's the same. That I think I was one of those that had a misconception about it being a boxed curriculum. Again, me being a new homeschooling parent, I was really sticking to the traditional, like that framework, that mindset. And I
Yeah.
remember when we were chatting previously, there I realized, oh my gosh, so I don't have to do it that way. It's actually I mean, I have flexibility. What? So that was a key takeaway. Yes, you have the benefit of the extensive resources that they have, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently, also enjoy the flexibility to mix and match or craft it according to how you want to homeschool your child.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. That's true.
that's fantastic. That was a great takeaway for me for this episode. And I think this
That's
is an
true.
option for parents that feel very strongly again about the faith. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to be Catholic, what Kai said, but if you are, I guess, okay, or if you love like us the fact that it's ingrained in all the subjects, to consider it.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
you're maybe if you want maybe looking for something else, a different perspective, Seton may not be right for you, or maybe not all of their subjects. But
Mm-hmm.
again, it's something that you should explore. And partner, maybe to let our viewers know as well for our future episodes of Unboxing Reg. This is what
Mm-hmm.
we would like to do for them, right? The pros and the cons.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just right. Go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
tell them how
Yes.
we.
So we thought of coming up with these unboxing series to give a chance to all our viewers, those who are seriously considering homeschooling as a lifestyle for their family, to consider also the different options that you have right now. I think there's no better time to homeschool, but this time you have more access to internet, more access to Zoom meetings, and to all these webinars or information sessions that all of these providers are giving. And we will be given a chance to take a peek into what each of these providers are, or approaches are. And I think that's a good time for parents to find out and learn more about what fits their family, their own family. And hopefully in the process, they will be able to, finally figure out and decide what they would be using for the next school year, or for the school year that they will be homeschooling with, or homeschooling. So there, watch
That's
out for
right.
that. We will have one more in December, and of course, I think that we'll be tackling more of, I think, unschooling, if I'm not mistaken. But do watch out for our episodes. Don't forget the code. We have four more shows to go, no, three more shows after this for the rest of the year. Collect all the codes and get that gift certificate for Amici, from Amici. So watch
That's
out.
right. So that's right. So we will
Yeah.
see you in 2 weeks, guys. Mark it on your calendars. Spend a little time with us. We'd like to help you try to see if this lifestyle is great for you, or if you're already doing
Mm-hmm.
it. We do want to encourage you that there is a community out there. There are
Mm-hmm.
experts, there are professionals, there are people out there just like you who are already
Mm-hmm.
homeschooling. And that really is our mission for this show. Please let us know again what you want to hear from us, how we may be able to be of service to you. You can reach out to us on Facebook and YouTube, as well as Instagram. We are at Heart of Homeschooling Show and all of those platforms. Let us know what you want to hear. Again, if you want to ask for advice, my partner is a pro, and she
Yes,
can help
you
you.
reach us. You can reach out to us, message us at
Yes,
Heart of Homeschooling, and we'll do our best to really help you.
that's right. So, with that, again, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode. And remember, we're here to help you get to the heart of homeschooling. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Bye,
Yes, thank
everybody.
you. Bye and good night.
Bye.